Today on Forbes, meet the ex-NASA engineer training robots to make pre-roll joints. Inside the Los Angeles headquarters of Steezy, America's largest cannabis brand by sales, a robotic machine takes 10 pre-rolled joints in its arm, dips them into a vessel of THC concentrate, and then into another bucket filled with kief, a potent dust-like form of cannabis. In a few seconds, the Stardust machine, made by Van Nuys-based Sorting Robotics, will have coated 30 pre-rolls with an extra punch of THC, the compound in marijuana known for getting people high. In an hour, Stardust, and its one human operator, will have produced about 1,000 joints ready for consumption. James Kim, the CEO and co-founder of Steezy, while standing next to the Stardust in early April, says, quote, "This machine's output could be more than 10 people." In another room down the hall, about 140 employees sit at 14 tables, manually dipping joints into a terpene-infused adhesive and rolling them into a pile of kief. Steezy isn't ready to replace its humans just yet, but Kim does envision a day when all of its joints will be made entirely by machines. Kim says, quote, "Robotics is the future, but the future isn't today. It might take a lot more time." That future is being pioneered by Sorting Robotics, founded by Notal Partansky, its CEO, Casio Santos, who was the CTO before leaving this year, and Sean Lawlor, who was the COO before leaving in 2021. The three founded Sorting Robotics in 2019. The company has sold about 30 Stardust machines, which go for a hefty $250,000 each, as well as hundreds of lower-priced marijuana machines to cannabis brands since its founding. Sorting Robotics also makes the Gico, which injects joints with THC concentrate, making what's called a so-called donut in pothead lingo. When the joint is lit, the ember resembles an O as the concentrate vaporizes in the middle as the plant material burns. And the Omnifiller, a vape cartridge filling machine. The company, which has 20 employees, is still tiny. It will reach $11 million in revenue this year, up from $7 million last year. But Partansky, like many cannabis entrepreneurs, is playing the long game, hoping the drug will eventually be legal at the federal level. The company does have something going for it: profitability. Sorting Robotics has been in the black since 2021. While Steezy, with $800 million in 2024 sales, is America's largest weed brand, Sorting Robotics' client list also boasts bigger companies by global footprint, including Canada-based Tilray, with $788 million in 2024 revenue, and smaller regional outfits in the US, such as Blue Fox Brands, with sales of $80 million. Sorting Robotics CEO, the 35-year-old Partansky, says, quote, "Stardust allows you to replace the labor that you already have with something that's 5 to 10 times more efficient. It can improve your margins by 10+%. In the complex world of the state-regulated cannabis market, which generated $32 billion in sales last year in 40 US states that allow medical, recreational, or both, better margins can be life or death. Only 27% of marijuana businesses are profitable. Most companies fail. Pre-rolled joints are the third biggest product segment in terms of market share, after flower and vape pens, accounting for 16% of all cannabis sales, according to a report by Headset, a Seattle-based cannabis data firm. It is also the fastest-growing category in the industry. In total, 394 million individual joints were sold last year, for $4.1 billion, a 12% jump over 2023. More than 43% of all pre-rolled joints are infused with extra THC, which explains Sorting Robotics' focus on the subcategory. But questions remain about how much the market can expand in the short term. Currently, there are only a handful of cannabis companies that produce enough THC-infused pre-rolled joints to make a $250,000 investment like the Stardust make sense financially. For full coverage, check out Will Yakowitz's piece on forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.